Hey guys. Looks like we're finally getting into Girls
Hey, that's on your
Aloud.
shirt.
Yep. We saw a couple of you guys ask about Girls Aloud in our Kylie Minogue videos, and obviously I've made it very apparent that Girls Aloud is my favorite girl band. I went to the UK last year to see their comeback tour at the O2, and it was so reaffirming, so life changing, so wonderful, so magical, so great. Rest in peace, Sarah, my favorite member who's no longer with us, who passed away a couple years ago, my birthday twin. I kind of just threw on the shirt today because I knew we were doing music, and Mike was like, "All right, let's just do a Girls Aloud song," and I was just like, "Okay, of course." I'm always gonna want to listen to Girls Aloud. And I figured, instead of like what we did with Kylie, where we kind of just jumped in the middle and are now bouncing back all over the place, why not check out their debut? Which is Sound of the Underground. For those of you who don't know and are just joining us and you don't know who Girls Aloud are and you're just checking out our reactions, uh, they came together on a reality TV competition show called Pop Stars The Rivals. They were making a girl group and they were making a boy group, and once the members were chosen for both groups, songs were selected for the boy group and the girl group, and they had a race to see who would get the Christmas number one, which is like a really big deal in the UK, right? The top number one song for Christmas, and Girls Aloud won. Girls Aloud got on their debut single, hit number one, and it just rocketed them from there. And their songs are a lot of fun, and we watch girl groups and other acts on and off for a really long time. I figured too this would be a great opportunity to check out another UK girl group outside of like Spice Girls, which we watched Wannabe, which was their debut song, which was also really big. We've seen a lot of K-pop girl groups, and on maybe have you watched any American girl groups yet?
Not yet.
Oh no, we did. We
Wait.
Cover
Oh yeah,
Girls.
cover girls. Yes, yes, cover
Yeah,
girls. But it was a cover song, so
right.
yes.
So yeah, I'm excited. I figured the song also goes with the theme of a lot of the music that's out right now, kind of like more the darker, headier pop music, even though this is very 2000s in and of itself. But I think it fits with what we've been listening to, and I hope you really like it. Is it my favorite Girls Aloud song? No, but it is a moment.
We're gonna
Like
have
I
to have a
can
tier list for this too, huh?
oh, we're gonna
Listen,
have
the
okay.
beauty of our channel is we know that there's many artists that we listen to who have many songs, and
Yeah.
impossible tier lists that we're gonna eventually just make for the hell of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like a lot of stuff too, and I like a lot of stuff within the artist that I like, so it's very hard to quantify where anything stands half the time. But I hope you like the song, and I hope the Girls Love fans come and enjoy it with us, and we're gonna watch more of their videos. So I'm excited.
Yep. So this is my first time seeing any Girls Aloud music video or song.
Actually, no,
Is it
no,
not?
no. You this is probably be the second one. We
Second one?
saw we saw something new many years ago
Oh
when we
yeah.
were
Oh
trying to
yeah.
push
That's
into
right.
more
Yeah.
music outside of K-pop.
Okay.
Yeah, so we saw something new together, but trust me,
It's been
we
a
will
while. It's
rewatch
been
that
yeah,
video
yeah,
because I fucking
most
love that
likely,
video
yeah.
and I love that song. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Oh, so Allah. This is the second song that we listen to from Girls Aloud. For those that don't understand our dynamic, usually they're like sometimes we'll have songs that either I've seen and that Kayla or aka OTK hasn't seen. There's obviously Girls Aloud is a group that she has seen and I have not seen. And then there's gonna be music videos that we have both not seen, and there's also gonna be
Hmm.
music videos that we've both seen, and then we're gonna call that the nostalgia tour.
Yeah,
So that's our
exactly.
dynamic out here. If you guys are wondering, well, about reaction videos, because there's many different types of those. So
Yeah,
just establishing that, and let's go ahead and jump into Sound of the Underground. Oh man. Okay.
I'm excited. Okay, sorry.
Kayla over here having a heart attack already. But this is their debut, right?
Yep.
Oh man.
My girl, I miss you every day.
Okay. Okay.
my own reflection. Nothing funny going on inside my mind. I don't know what. It's really fun. It's
Okay.
many times. They kept me right there. Yes. You ready?
Oh man, that yo, that guitar, man. You know that saying in K-pop where your bias chooses you? You don't choose your bias.
Oh, I can't.
I don't know any names, so you're gonna have to forgive me. I'm just gonna be like her when she comes back on screen. Her.
Maybe.
Because this is her. This is biased. So I chose.
I'm feeling this something.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
The biggest like jumps in the back. He goes around.
How long ago did this, like, was this debut? Like, when did they debut? And
2000. No? No, hold on.
Yeah, I really like the tone of her voice, her vocal tone.
Get ready. Get ready, Mike.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I really like this, her vocal tone.
That's the sound. That's the
Sound of the underground.
God.
For a
God.
debut song. For
Group management, people wish they had debut songs like this. Like, you cannot fuck with this song.
Oh yeah, especially because it was 2010 apparently. Let me see, to celebrate 20 years since the okay, so this is the 20th. They actually been around much longer than that. Hold on, because now we gotta use our good friend in Google. So 2002, active from 2002. So this song is okay. Damn, yeah. What are you thinking about then?
Yeah, because I'm like, was I still in high school? Sometimes it feels like some of my life is like in high school, was out of high school when I was when YouTube started.
Yeah, so 2007 is when I graduated. You, I think, were out of high school, right? Yeah. I like.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. So 2004.
Only 2005. 2005. I was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm old. Sometimes I get my dates mixed up.
But... Listen, we get it up there. It's all right. We the OGs. Now we can be unkin. Oh, people are gonna call us Unc and Auntie.
Unc and Auntie.
Like,
oh God.
Oh yeah, we are now in the Unc and Auntie range.
Auntie.
Oh man.
Oh my God, that's fine. That's okay. But
Ekard and
obviously,
OTK.
So obviously, I love this song. 10 out of 10 song, 10 out of 10 video. But before I go into all those whys, what do you think? Since you're new to this
this group.
song and you're new to this video, yeah.
Yeah, so first things first, don't know names, right? But I will eventually as we continue to
If
go
you,
on. Yeah.
if you want to pull it up, I will tell you their names. Your bias is Nadine. I kind of figured it would be Nadine because she is like
Is
the
the
singer of the group.
So we have Nadine, I see Cheryl.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. So we we pulling up
You
Wikipedia
know,
as
like
they
I would go off my shirt, but it's like kind
yeah.
of hard to see on my shirt. So, and Nadine is blonde now.
Okay.
She's no longer a brunette.
Okay, so we have Cheryl,
Cheryl,
right? Nadine, Nicola, which
Nicola.
Nicola, okay. And Kimberly, and
Mm-hmm.
the past member as you mentioned, and
She's
Sarah.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My girl. My birthday twin. Yep.
Yep. So yeah. Yeah, song 10 out of 10. We're talking about the debut songs in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just thinking about, because I always want to like compare songs to what that time period was, and something that obviously has aged over time as well and gracefully. Music video, I'll give about a even back then, about I'll say about a 9. This is what I
Mm-hmm.
come to expect of more so like a girl group slash girl band.
Mm-hmm.
Around that time, because I'm thinking I'm still like middle school actually. It was when the time when they had dropped this song. I think
Mm-hmm.
for me, high school was 2004 to 2007. Yes, so I would have been in middle school at this time. Funny enough, I was still, I think, influenced by the Spice Girls. If my time frames are matching up, I think I was still influenced by the Spice Girls around this time.
Oh,
Um,
sorry. I know why I feel
mm,
like their debut date is later because I discovered them. I didn't discover them when they first came out. Obviously,
mhm,
I'm not. I don't live in the UK.
yeah,
I discovered them like yeah, it feels like towards the tail end of my high school years. So probably like
mhm.
4 years after they debuted. Yeah,
Like the 20,
three or 4 years. Yeah.
yeah. Because so I was just double checking because I think yeah. So around this time, I was still into the Spice Girls. Then they stopped in 2000. So in 2000 is when the Spice Girls pretty much stopped, right? And then they didn't make a comeback until like my last year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
For like a year. So even then, yeah, like the only experience I had with girl groups at that time were like 3LW, Destiny's Child that was growing up, but were none of like the pop ones outside of Spice Girls that I think of. So thinking about that style and the style of music, especially how much, I mean, yeah, it's just thinking about it in general, like the cultural impact that a lot of these groups started to have when they started to make their waves over into the into globally into the U.S. Um, Man, now I'm just on a trip to memory lane at the moment. But yeah, 10 out of 10 song. I immediately was drawn to Nadine, right? That's the name
Hmm. Yeah.
of who my current bias of Girls Aloud is immediately. Like, they just like it's the whole thing with K-pop, man. Your
Mm-hmm.
bias chooses you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was drawn to the voice, the tone of her voice, and I'm just like, yeah, she's the one. She's the one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I'm also like piecing it together because
Mm-hmm.
it's been a long time since I've been in girls like not in Girls Loud, but involved in Girls Loud. My first Girls Loud song, and this is why I'm just like getting my dates wrong, is called The Shots. That's the song that was introduced to me, and I discovered Girls Loud through Call the Shots, and then was obsessed from then on. And then obviously what was available on YouTube and through my ex who is from the UK and a friend of the family who also like my uncle's ex-boyfriend who also helped like introduce me to a lot of music and stuff like that too. Listening to stuff off of LimeWire and stuff like that. And that's how I discovered them. Um and just thinking about the career that they had and the legacy that they've pushed through and stuff like that and finding out about them and it completely changed my like I I think like they just became my favorite girl group because of the point in my life that I discovered them, the things that were going on at that point in my life and just how much they made me feel and how much I had fun listening to them and stuff like that, and getting to learn more about them and how young they were. So like, I think at this point their ages are ranging between like 15 and 19. Nicola and Nadine being the youngest and Kimberly and Sarah being the oldest. And just seeing like these young girls like that fucking did it and just how big they got. And it was just so amazing because it was like like you said here over here we saw how big Destiny's Child got, but also just the time of music too. A lot of pop music wasn't it was like the waning of like boy groups and pop solo singers like Britney and Christina, and kind of more pushing forward the emo and the punk pop, the Avril Lavignes, the Vanessa Carltons, the Linkin Parks, how much that was kind of pushing through to past pop music at the time here. And I like I always say, I'm a pop girly, so finding them to me was just like a breath of fresh air that I really needed. Um, Sound on the Underground, when I think of it as just wholly just as a debut song, I can't even imagine hearing this first when it first came out, and just how much it would have like really transfixed and blown people away. And I do admit that I think like them being a part of a reality competition show also helped push the song in the group to as far as they come, um and I just think it's amazing too that anytime a girl group gets one up on a boy group, I'm always for like always. So that also put like a little feather in my cap for them. um yeah, the song is, like, just so much fun, and just listening to it and, you know, not like I was partying in high school, but, when like I said, when I discovered Girl Love, that's when I was more so going to clubs and, like, more parties and things like that, and just feeling the energy of this song and the emotion, it just, like, really stuck with me. Um, yeah, the video is, like, it is very 2002. The outfits are very 2002. It's a simple set music video. You have them in a cage with the band, and then you have them solo shots. There really isn't much to it. Um, and that's fine. You don't really need a lot of pomp and circumstance. They do end up having story music videos later on. They do have box set music videos, stage music videos. And yeah, this is I would say, like, music video wise, it definitely hits in the top 10 for me. Trying to think what I don't know. I think eventually we'll get to my favorite one. I don't know. I do have a favorite Girls Aloud music video, but yeah, it's great, and the song is great, and I truly do think for a debut song for a girl group, for other things that I've heard, cause I love music, this is probably one of the better debut songs to come out at any point in time. Like, it's timeless. Listening to it now gave me the same energy as it did when I first heard it. I can imagine for the fans who have been there for Girls Out from Jump. When
Yeah.
I watching them so before I got to see them live, right? Just watching the concerts on YouTube and how the energy that this song brings out in a crowd, the energy that like when they hit that part at the end and when the bass line jumps in the back, she like Shell changes it. She goes, when the bass line jumps in love. Like and just the fucking crowd goes crazy. Like they did that at the O2, and it just brings out this fire and this energy, and it's just so like I'm getting chills thinking back to it that I was actually involved
Yeah.
in one of the moments that I like that I love so much. And just being able to see Sarah again
Mhm.
anytime I watch any of their older stuff is always heartwarming. And again, miss Sarah every day. And like you said, yeah, your biases
Mhm.
choose you. And I think at very first it was like for me it was Nadine, and then
Mhm.
just getting to know the girls and their energy and their personalities. And then of course, if you have the same birthday as me, it's just you're
Yeah.
automatically my favorite.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm really glad you enjoyed it. I really do feel like it mixes well with the stuff that we are listening to currently,
Mhm.
even though it's 2002. So just like the mood of the music, the mood of the music video itself, the heaviness of it. Uh There's like the guitar riff, which is like a kind of darker surfer guitar riff from like the 60s that like really gets you pumping. But like I'm like, I think Lady Gaga could sing this like right now.
Mhm.
Like Gaga could throw a mix of this and it would like still feel fresh. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, it's only up from here, as there is going to be many more Girls Aloud songs that we will be checking out, folks. For any Girls Aloud fans, in the comment section down below, let us know some of your favorite songs, or check out our Patreon. You can request a song if you have any burning requests that you want us to check out as well. And with that said, we'll be catching you guys next time. Already done. Doses.